Good evening. Welcome back to the Amateur Radio Shack of Kilo Delta 8 Lima Zulu Bravo. Tonight we're going to offer a tip or a hint on how to voice an internet address on a radiogram. Putting a radiogram on a traffic net and inserting a internet address in the text. Before I give the details, I researched the National Traffic System Methods Procedures Guidelines, the NTS-MPG, and it recommends introducing an internet address with the words internet address. It has been my experience that internet addresses so seldom are used in a text that receiving operators are not used to them. If we're going to send an amateur radio call sign, that's a very common practice, and the introductory words amateur call to introduce that call sign is readily understood by receiving stations. An internet address, on the other hand, is something that's much more rare, at least in my experience, to be found in a radiogram text. And because of that, if I were a receiving station and someone were to be passing text to me and they were to say the word internet address, because I'm not used to receiving it that way, I'm not used to receiving an internet address, I would already be copying down the words internet address, which are not a part of the text. Those would be introductory words. And because of that, because of just my observation, this is one of those rare moments when I probably would not follow the MPG. I hate to do that because that's kind of like our gold standard on how to do it. But in this particular case, because it's just not used very often, I think it brings confusion instead of accuracy. So until such time as internet addresses become a more frequent item in a text, it seems to me to be a more practical solution to just simply use normal voicing rules for an internet address. The key things, however, that you need to be aware of are these. Everything needs to be spelled. I made a short list of things to kind of give you an idea. If the address was yahoo.com, let's say that was part of the internet address, I would say, I would voice it this way. Yahoo, I spell Yankee, Alpha, Hotel, Oscar, Oscar. Dot, I spell Delta, Oscar, Tango. Com, I spell Charlie, Oscar, Mike. Note that I spelled every word. I introduced the spelling with the two introductory words I spell. Notice that the dot was spelled, the com was spelled, every part of it was spelled. Now let's say that it is an email address that uses the @ sign. You're going to spell that as one word group. If I were going to use that fred@yahoo.com, it would be, I would voice it this way. Fred, I spell Foxtrot, Romeo, Echo, Delta. @ sign, I spell Alpha, Tango, Sierra, India, Golf, November. Yahoo, I spell Yankee, Alpha, Hotel, Oscar, Oscar. Dot, I spell Delta, Oscar, Tango. Com, I spell Charlie, Oscar, Mike. Note that everything was spelled, and @ sign is spelled as a single word group. The other one that is of interest is the slash and backslash. A / is voiced simply as a slash, and it's spelled. So if in the address there was a slash, I would say slash, I spell Sierra Lima Alpha Sierra Hotel. If it's a backslash is voiced as one word, and it's all spelled. So if there were a backslash in the internet address, I would say backslash, I spell Bravo Alpha Charlie Kilo Sierra Lima Alpha Sierra Hotel. Those are some common things that you would find in an internet address or an email address, and that is how they should be voiced. Again, if you want to follow the method procedures guidelines, then you would introduce it as internet address and then give it, or perhaps an email address and give it. I find that still a bit cumbersome and confusing, use your own judgment. But when it comes to the individual components, spell everything, and you'll get along very well. This is KD8LZB 73. Have a great night.